Hey students, I'm Josh, and I want to tell you about the surfing penguin. If you're at home and you're cooped up in the house, well, I want to tell you about a book that my friend Kim wrote, and it's called The Surfing Penguin. It's about cyber safety, and her name is Kim Maslin, as you can see right down here, and I want to read this with you. Illustrations by John Field. It says, "Fairies are cool," and this is the surfing penguin. That's a little computer. This penguin's on a beach, and there's the ocean behind there. Now, let's go ahead and read through this. The Surfing Penguin, a collection of interactive short stories about growing up in the digital age. All right, so first, the scary plight of the surfing penguin. Now, I'm going to do my best to try and show you what's going on these pages, and then I'm going to read this to you as well. So, the smell of freshly popped sardines filled the room as Pablo and Polo sat down to watch their Saturday night movie. Polo, the elder of the two, had been left in charge while their parents were at their dancing class. He hooked up the family laptop to their big television screen and began surfing through the available movies. There were so many options, from slapstick to singing clownfish. Suddenly, Polo stopped scrolling. "This one," he cried out. "I've heard all about this one from my mate, Peg." Mate is a friend. Okay, now without waiting for Pablo to respond, he never seemed to wait for Pablo to respond. He hit play and dimmed the lights. Now that's them on the couch hanging out. Those are sardines, and that's a little crab hiding down there. That's his hat. And you guys see what that is? Do you see that? You can click in the bottom left or right. You can click full screen. That's a little tiny mouse playing an instrument. No, he's not playing an instrument. I'm sorry. He has a little tiny hook and he is going fishing. And then there's also something else going on right there. And there's a little laptop right there with a little banana on it. Okay, here we go. Now, let's look at this picture here real quick. This guy is going, "Oh, cool," and this one's going, "Eek," and I think that is the mouse jumping right there. And why are they jumping? Well, that is a shark. And then everybody's jumping. Not only is the shark jumping out and the laptop is hooked up, but the sardines fell down. Look at that. He's actually running away, going, "Oh no!" Now, as the opening scene began, Pablo wasn't sure what to expect. The introductory music was chilling and sent tingles down his spine. At first, there was nothing to see on screen except the dark rolling waves. Then, without warning, a huge great white shark jumped out at them, its teeth bared. Pablo let out a squeak of terror. "Oh, Polo, I'm not sure we should be watching this," he said nervously. Polo laughed. "Don't be such a scaredy bird. Peg says this movie is awesome." Pablo sank further down into the couch, his heart racing. Over the next 90 minutes, the shark lurked and leered, preyed and pounced across the screen. Pablo let out a big sigh of relief as the movie came to a dramatic close. He had never seen anything so scary in his life. That's why all that's happening, right? So the fish are jumping out. The little crab is going, "Oh no!" It looks like he's hiding in the corner, and he grabbed the pillow. This little guy is going, "Eek!" And everybody's running. Sharks are scary. Okay, now later that night, as Polo's snores drifted from the next room, Pablo lay wide awake. He was unable to sleep. Every time he closed his eyes, he saw the shark looming closer and closer. Suddenly, he heard a long creaking sound followed by several tap, tap, taps. Pablo sat bolt upright in bed. "Oh my gosh, it's the shark." As terrified as he was, there was no way he was going to let in that big, scary brute eat his family. He slipped quietly out of bed and grabbed his surfboard to use as a weapon. That's him. Look at this surfboard. He's protecting himself with a surfboard, okay? As he entered the dark living room, he was able to make out two large shapes moving around. "Oh man, he's brought a hungry friend." He gripped the surfboard tightly and lifted it up above his head, ready to strike. Just then the lights flicked on. Whoa, Pablo, it's only us. So here they are. Here's him with his surfboard, a little bit afraid, and here's him. Look at there's the little crab friend. Click, click, tap, tap, tap. And they're all worried about who's in the room. They turn the lights on, and it's just them. All right, here we go. Cautiously, Pablo peeked out from behind his surfboard. He found himself face to face with his stunned parents, who were coming home late from their dancing class. What's going on, Pablo? Is everything okay? His parents asked. Pablo knew he'd feel better if he just told them about the scary movie. I thought you were sharks, he said, placing the surfboard down on the ground. We found this movie online and it was so scary. The shark had such big teeth, and now I can't go to sleep. That must have been terrifying for you both, his mom said. No, just for me, Pablo replied. Polo wasn't scared at all. Just then, the three of them heard a little shriek, followed by the pattering of flippers. Polo appeared at the door, breathing heavily. I had a bad dream, he stuttered. His dad smiled knowingly. Let me guess, about the sharks? Polo nodded. His mom said, looking at her two petrified little penguins, and then at the surfboard. You know, the internet is a bit like surfing. There's lots of fun to be had out there, but it could also be scary at times and dangerous. You need to know what you're doing. And you also need to be supervised while you're learning. His dad added, we really shouldn't have left you with the laptop without putting some safe search filters on it first. We'll sort out that in the morning. Pablo nodded. Anything that would keep the scary stuff away seemed like a pretty good idea to him. All right, now let's go reflection. Here's some great, once again, parents, if you're watching this, you can click the link below to learn more about Kim and this great book. Reflection. Students, I have a question for you. Why do you think Pablo and Polo watched the entire movie even though they both find it scary? Are their reasons different? Here's their parents, and here's them, and they're scared. And then there's their surfboard, and then there's their TV with the chest under it. Wonder what's in the chest. And then there's fish. Okay, number 2. Explain what safe search filters are. How would they help protect Pablo and his family? Number 3, have you ever seen something online that made you feel uncomfortable or unsafe? How did you respond? All right, so this is this book, and there's actually a couple more little stories that we might read on this one later on. But this is the first story by Kim Maslin. You can click the link below to learn more about Kim. Thanks, Kim, for this book. This is amazing. Kim lives in Australia. Do you guys know where Australia is on the map? It is very far from California, where I live, Australia. Okay, guys, thanks so much. Have a great day. I'm Josh Oakes with smartsocial.com. We'll see you soon.